Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I am spectacular. Listen, look, I had to bring you in with some smooth neo soul and
I
jazz.
heard. I was like, hey.
Yeah, listen, look, I can't be with it about boom, bam, boom all the time. Like sometimes I need to unwind. I
I
need
hear
to
you.
unwind. So,
You
well,
was like,
welcome.
listen.
Yes, but welcome to It's Consulting Time IG Live
Thank you for
episode.
having me.
Yes. Let's dive in. You are a creative, Christian, turned up media personality, not just radio personality. You are a media personality with the anointing and the power. So let's
Hallelujah.
talk about it. Let's just talk about it. How did DJ Ms Eclectic get started?
Ooh, let's see. This is a long story. It started back in 1989. I'm joking. But no, really. My mother, she's a minister of music, so she's musically inclined. So I was a rapper too. So I've been rapping like gospel rapping all that since I was like 10. But
Yes.
yes, it's crazy, right? So I started off actually in a group we were called Free Forever Radical Edifying and Exalting. So we were kind of like the gospel floetry. But I rapped and she sang, but they didn't know what to call us. They was like, oh, they floetry, they married, they something we don't know what to call them. But yeah, so I started there. As for DJing, I think I dwarfed into DJing.
Oh no, we got stuck. Hold on, it's gonna come back. Let's see. Okay, I think DJ Ms Eclectic might have gotten stuck, but we're gonna see if we can't get her back up here. Oh, we got stuck, but it's okay. We're gonna get her back. Hold on, guys. So just to give you a little bit of background information, DJ Ms Eclectic is a Texas native, definitely a Texas native, and she is a radio personality, but not just a radio personality. She is very talented in the area. She's got bars, and so let's just pick right back up where you left
We
off.
back.
It's
I
all
don't know
good.
what happened. It's the devil. No, I'm just joking. I don't know what happened. But I don't even know where I got cut off. I was just talking. I was like, oh wait, I'm not talking
Yeah,
no
when
more.
you were saying that y'all were like the gospel floetry.
Yeah, we were like the gospel floetry, right. And so pretty much we were a group. We had a good time. We traveled, Stellar Awards, all that. But kind of after that, I kind of dwarfed into DJing. I really think I've been DJing really since college. I would like make mixtapes, but it'd be like, I was still, it'd be like UGK, but at the end of it, I'll throw in some Karen Clark shares, like to make sure you got your Jesus at the end.
Yes,
Because
yes,
Christians we jam too. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But
yes.
then but then I got into radio afterwards. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Not really a African American culture there, but one of our
Military.
military, and we're right next to the Mexican border. But hey, you gonna have some good Tex-Mex food. Let me tell you.
Hello, somebody. My family just moved out there like maybe 2 or 3 years ago from South
Really? So you
Carolina.
already know.
I already know.
You already know. So yeah, I started with the radio station there, the One Radio. Shout out to them, which is one of the few black radio stations there. And I just loved it. I was the guy behind the mic. I was like, I love this radio thing. Who would ever know? But it kind of all coincides radio. Because when you're an artist, you want your music played on the radio. When you're a DJ, you putting songs on the radio. So it kind of all works together. And God has blessed me with a lot of great opportunities. And yeah, here I am.
Listen, guys, DJ Ms Eclectic, like she said, she's a Texas native, and she's not just rapping. She's a DJ, but she's a personality, and she has been on tour. Talk to us a little bit about the tour. And I know you was on there with that Mr. Bobby Jones, baby. Mr. Bobby Jones.
So I was actually on the tour we were with actually Free with Forever Radical Edifying Exhausting the group. It was pretty cool though. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay.
cool. Yeah, you see all the behind the scenes thing going there. Actually, what it really was, like we won to like kind of be on the tour. It was pretty cool though. So we like won a
Wow.
contest. It was like remix of Molly Music song. And I think it was I Am Available to You, like one of his early songs.
Ooh,
And it was he's a jam, so we did a whole remix
yes.
to it, and we did the remix like in a hotel room with one mic, and it was, but it came out so good. But we go back and listen, like, girl, you hear the vocals? But anyway, so
When you anointed, it don't even matter
it don't
how
even
you did
matter,
it.
right?
It's how it sounds and how it's produced.
And yay and amen. But it was absolutely amazing to be with some of the dopest artists at that time. It was Molly Music, The Truth. It was really cool to see them
Yeah.
face to face. I remember we met Molly Music. He was like, y'all are anointed, y'all are amazing. We just started crying like, oh geez, I mean, y'all gonna make it. So it was just,
Girl, the ugly cry.
and I'm an ugly cry. I hate to cry. Some people can just cry, they can sing or cry, keep talking. If I cry, it's done. It's a done deal. Nothing else is coming afterwards. You
I'm with
understand?
all that. I'm with all the smoke. I'm with all the smoke there.
You, I'm killing it all. But I mean, that was awesome. Being on Bobby Jones Presents, that was awesome. That was in Nashville.
Mm.
He is such a cool guy. Like Bobby Jones has been around the world and everything, but he is just your ordinary cool guy. He actually signed my tape. I have a tape that he signed, like old school cassette tape. He was like, yeah,
Yes.
sign it. He is just
But
like the
that's how
coolest.
you know. Yeah, child, these children don't know nothing about no cassette tape. They don't know.
I got a whole cassette player, let me tell you.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes. Listen, I remember us having that. You remember the old heavy stereo system that everybody had in their house, where you had to pull
The tower.
the middle piece out, and it still had an A track. So
Yes,
you had
ma'am.
to have the cassette adapter for
Yes,
the A
ma'am.
track. Yes,
My
we
dad
had
had
that in
one.
my house.
And that, baby, that plays some good music.
But you know, you had to balance it for the records. You had to put a penny on there.
Just a tad bit to make sure. You're right.
Yes, yes. So the name DJ Ms Eclectic, I'm pretty certain that it's because you are multifaceted,
Yeah.
multi-talented. You're able to cross over genres. But what does it mean to you to be DJ Ms Eclectic? Y'all gonna put some respect on that Miss.
Put some respect on it. No, but I mean it's cool because I don't like to be put in a box. I do a lot of gospel music. Gospel is my root. I'm a church kid, Baptist church kid all day, every day. Like I said, my mom's minister of music all day, every day. I'm churchy. I'm super churchy, y'all. I be in the club talking about, yes. They be like, you will not clap.
Yes. Oh,
I'm churchy. So yeah, I will church clap to anything. Okay.
yeah.
So I don't like
And
to
I
be in
might
the
hit a
box.
step too.
Yes, if it gets to it, you just gotta hit that choir step. I'm from the 90s choir days, the Hezekiah
Yeah.
Walker, Fred Hammond choir days, okay? These kids don't know nothing about choir days.
No, they don't know nothing about real choir directors that used to get down with it.
Yes. I don't know nothing about this.
Well, to be real, let's just be real. But you know what, DJ Ms Eclectic, let's just be real. They don't even know about the choirs because they don't know about the church house because don't nobody want to go up in the church house no more.
No,
So
not,
we ain't
yep.
gonna even go there because that
You
would be about 2, 3, 4 hours.
come on. They don't know nothing about it. My mom used to say you go out all night, but you're gonna be at church in the morning. See,
Girl, didn't you hate it? You tired. And me, I played the piano.
ooh, you had to be there.
My grandma used to be like, now, if your heart ain't right, don't you get on that piano.
Sound like something my grandma would say.
Those were the best times, though. Those were the best times.
Oh my gosh, the best times. I have a song called "Love It," and I actually wrote about those times. I had some of the greatest times, some of the greatest lessons that I take with me to this day.
Yes.
Some of the great, you be mad, but you know, some of that we take it to this day, and yeah.
We need more of you. You know, my preface is when people ask me about this industry stuff, I say, well, for me, I'm in the industry, but I'm not of the industry.
There,
And people
there you
don't
go.
understand that unless they are set apart,
There you go.
unless they were rooted the way that we were rooted in the things that we were rooted in. And my thing
Yes.
is, in 2022, my concern is that everybody wants to force you to think the way they think and believe the way they believe. But I
Ooh.
think that if we're all striving for the same thing,
Right.
which is to make it in and salvation, like I don't care what your belief system is. If that's how you feel like you're gonna make it in, you do you. I have no room to judge. And when I look at you and when I look at what you're doing, I'm like, boo boo, you do you, because I'm right there with you. Because one thing about it, I'm still immature in the Lord at times because I be ready to smack somebody quick,
Oh, me
honey.
too.
I
I
can't
know Jesus,
turn
but
the
I'm
other
gonna
cheek
give you
all the
mine.
time.
Okay.
I be like, Lord,
Put out there.
I'm going to heal.
I say Jesus. I always say Jesus, get your child. And I be talking about me. I was like, you know me, you made me. Get her. Get her.
I'm classy with a whole lot of hood.
Your
Yeah.
child is crazy. But no, you're right. We're rooted, and you're right. We can't no longer agree to disagree in this age. You can't. It's okay for us not to have the same opinions, and we can still be friends. We can have different political affiliations. We can still be friends. We can still be Christians. I mean, all that not gonna matter when you get to heaven. But we're a cancel culture nowadays. You don't think like I think, you cancel.
Let me ask you this. Like, let's just explore that. Do you remember when we were kids? Did you really look at other kids and realize that you look different than your counterparts?
Not really. I didn't really. I was just ready to ride my bike outside somewhere where I shouldn't have been.
Did you understand as a kid what a Democrat or did you really care about what a Democrat or a Republican was?
No, not till you get older and you start learning it in school, and then of course your parents start teaching. But I could, if my friend was a, we never had those conversations outside class.
No.
I could care less. And I cared about being the class president or the class treasurer, whatever.
I know somebody.
I cared
Listen.
about that. I did not care about politics. I didn't care about global politics. I didn't care about that at that
Mm-mm.
age.
Let's ask the people watching, what do y'all know about your friends coming to your house, helping you draw your posters so that you could take them up on the walls at school, and you had to actually vote for who
Oh
was going to be your SCA president? We ain't had no social media. We had to
no.
get up on the PA system and read what we wanted to give back to the school.
Absolutely. I remember when I
How
was
many of these people do you think could do that today?
gonna be a whole
Because they
debate.
can't even read. And that's the sad thing. It's sad because when I look at your bio and I look at the things that you've done and I look at like the music fraternity and the fact that you did talent shows when you were a teenager, but not only the talent shows, you started, I bet your first talent show was when you had to get on that Sunday school stage in that Sunday school play, and child, you ain't learned your lines until the night before the play.
Baby, you say, are you right? And you know what? That prepares you. And we took pride in that. We took pride in getting, I don't care if it was 60 people at your church or 600 people. You took pride in getting up, knowing your speech, making
Yes.
your Sunday school teacher proud. We really took pride in that. I think we've taken a lot of that away. And I think another thing, and I'm gonna go really left with this, but I think it's okay. I'm not a for everybody's a winner type thing. We had competitions in church. We had things that because the world is competitive. Everybody doesn't get the job. There are things in life that you have to compete for. So I think we just took all that away. We took the foundation of everything away. Agreeing and disagree. I just say I don't know what we're doing in this world.
Yes.
So I
You
totally
know,
agree with you on that. Totally agree.
shout out to all of y'all in the comments for checking in with us. Yes, everybody is saying that we respectfully agreed as kids, but we also have to attribute that to the fact that we didn't have all of this social media.
True.
We did not have as many people living in a false reality. We really had to live in the real world because we knew nothing else. And now, you know what's crazy? It just, light bulb just came on. Virtual reality.
Yeah.
Everything now is virtual reality.
It's
So
not.
you know how kids getting these VRs and stuff like that. But the sad thing is, even our peers, they live in virtual reality.
Absolutely. It's like the new metaverse. Everybody gonna be living in the metaverse, and they're not gonna live on a real verse. They're not gonna live in a universe. You know what I
Listen,
mean?
look, you keep on living in the metaverse, you're gonna be riding in a black hearse. That's all
Oh,
I'm
hold on.
saying.
You got bars. You got bars.
Listen,
But you're right.
cause girl, I cannot. I'm not knocking nobody's nothing.
I
I
love
can't get
it.
into all this new stuff.
No, I'm telling you, I'm old school. To the people think I'm old. I'm old school to the heart, honey. I'm
Yeah,
proud
me
of it.
too.
I'm proud of
You
it.
know what? You got? Are you an '80s baby?
I am 80s baby, 90s kid.
Hello, somebody. That's what it
Hello.
is. We '80s babies. Those of us that were born in the '80s, we really did learn how to exist with and without technology.
You're
And to be
right. That's a
honest,
good point.
I think that is the only thing that's sustaining a lot of us.
You're right. Great point. We did not grow. Even when I was in the group
Nope.
free, we didn't come up with the social media. Social media. I tell people, I'm gonna tell my age. I said, when I had Facebook, when you had to have a college email address associated to your Facebook. I'm
I
telling
can tell
my
you, I
age
bet
here,
I
but
know when
let
you
me
got
tell
it.
you,
You got that joint around 2005 or 2006, didn't
you
you?
already
Yep.
know.
I will never forget it. I was in my suite at Norfolk State University when I heard about Facebook.
Then you already
Listen,
know. We got some 70s babies on here too.
yep. Guys, if you're just checking in, you know what? This is the best Monday night segment of Instagram Live. It's consulting time with DJ Ms Eclectic. Like, guys, these are the conversations that we need to have. This interview is about DJ Ms Eclectic and the things that she has going on. And please tell us everything that you have going on. But I think the most important thing and what my platform is about giving people information and education. So, guys, when you come on here, even with my guests, if you notice, we talk about what they do, but it's more about who they are and the
There we
fruit
go.
that they can give you so that you can be sustained and so that you can be filled when you get off of this life and go back to your actual life.
Absolutely. I
It's
love that.
consulting time, baby, and that's what we're doing. So,
I,
DJ Mr. Eclectic,
I
tell
love
us
it.
what you got going on right now.
I love it. Well, the main thing I've got going on right now is my radio show. I have a radio show. It's actually on right now, but I have a radio show.
Hey.
I'll throw it out there. It's on New Praise Radio. It's Monday through Thursday. It's a mixtape with DJ Ms Eclectic. We talk about everything. We talk about stuff like you have talked about right now. We talk about 80s babies. We talk about a lot of stuff that I won't say the 80s baby and 90s baby are the lost generation, but kind of, because you got in church, you got young adults, but after you like 35, 36, and you just got to go with the 80-year-olds. So it's like, there's like no
You
in
do?
between
It's no in
30.
between.
It's like
No.
you got youth ministry, young adult, and then you with the regular rest of the crowd. So we try to talk about things that affect us, 80s, 90s, baby, millennials, zennials, they put us in a little pocket. We talk about celibacy, dating, finances. We talk about it all. So definitely join me on newpraiseradio.com Monday through
We're going to tune
Thursday.
it in.
Yes, tune in. I'm also starting a new show with some young ladies, Miss Talia Kelly and Miss Day. So that's that's in the works, but it's going down. It's going down. We
Yes.
started next month, so I'll be giving you more information on that. But we're gonna
You
talk
girl,
about the
and
same
listen,
thing.
bring it, y'all come back and we could actually move over to the other
Let's
platform and we
do
could
it.
do a live panel discussion. And I want to shout
Yes, I
out Miss
love panel
Drea
discussion.
Nicole. Drea is checking in right now, and she said it's proof that you can sustain who you are and still thrive.
I
She's
like that.
talking about the fact that we were born in the 80s, we grew up in the 90s, we transitioned from outside eating mud pies
True,
to
true.
this kind of world. Like, the reality is that when I look at everything that's going around, and I just said this today, I'm disturbed by, the suicides that have happened here lately.
A lot has happened. Yeah.
But we have to stop equating beauty and success, beauty as success. And we have to stop thinking that just because someone is pretty or handsome, that they're mentally stable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just really think about this, DJ Ms Eclectic, because I really want your input. Let's think about this. You'll find more people concerned about people that are morbidly obese and their mental health status than you do the cheerleader that got all the boys that's after her, that they think everybody want to be like her. Like, I'm just thinking back to high school, and I'm thinking about all of the very petite, very, cute girls. And I'm like, shit, I was always like a linebacker for the 49ers.
No, ma'am.
But I grew up with so much love that what they had going on, it didn't faze me. And so when I see a lot of those girls now and they don't look like that anymore, I see sadness on them. And I'm just like, but that you weren't like this in high school. What happened? And I have to realize that because society equates beauty with success and beauty with progressivism, when the reality is that, for real, y'all think Lizzo got a problem. Lizzo don't have a problem.
No, they have the problem with Lizzo. They have the problem with how secure she is with her body. That's the problem.
Hello, somebody.
Because it's not the standard. It's not the Hollywood or the American standard. And they have the problem. She don't have a problem. She's very secure in herself.
And it's like, at what point do we really have this conversation with the people that we need to have it with? Because this is what's happening. Why is it that it takes for somebody of status to commit suicide for the world to stop? But every day that I wake up and come and sit at my computer, I have 20 and 30 babies that didn't have suicide attempts. Put them on the news.
Yeah, absolutely. It always, for us to stop and look, it always takes somebody like the young lady who just passed, or Regina King's son. It always takes someone with a major platform for the world to stop and look. When it's happening every single
day. It hurts me so bad because, like you have a spectacular platform, but it's like if you were naked.
Oh yeah.
And doing all kinds of unseemly things. Hey!
Easily.
Yes. Girl, you would be verified everywhere.
Verified, honey. Making money on TikTok. I'm just going to throw it.
But you know what? You know something? While y'all get verified, we're going to stay qualified. And that's how I feel about it.
Crazy. No, you're right about that. Because I'm about to answer somebody one day.
We got to get out of this quantification and get back to qualification. Because if the shoe were on the other foot, we would not be dealing with this stuff.
No, you're right.
Because nobody would be qualified for the task at hand if you follow where I'm coming from.
I'm following you. I'm with you.
I want to be qualified, not quantified.
No, qualified.
Because you ain't gonna make it in quantified. Well, you gonna make it somewhere, but it ain't gonna be in.
No, I need to make it in. I'm not trying to live my life right not to make it in. You understand?
Look, I was telling somebody yesterday. I said, y'all doing it for the crowd. I'm doing it for the crown, baby. That's all I'm saying.
I like that. I gotta put that in the verse. I like that.
Take it all, because and you know what, I think that's the only way we're going to really help the people such as yourself that have the bars that can articulate the information to the people that need it. Because let's just be real, our peer group is a little lost too, because some of our peers getting caught up in all this virtual
reality. Are, because it's everything that you see. You wake up in the morning, and if this is the first thing you see, then you're gonna start comparing yourself.
Yes.
to what
Yes.
you see. And that's what it is. And comparison kills. I think Jonathan McReynolds has a song called
Ooh.
Comparison Kills. And it's so true. But people don't realize people post their highlights on social media. If you're going through something with your husband or you're going through a foreclosure, you're not putting that on. But you're going to put the new house that God bless you with on Instagram. But you're not going to put the house that you lost or why you were going through what you were going through. You're not going to put that on social media.
Girl, let me tell you one thing about it. The churn, no. I will take this mess out my head and let you see all the no edges and all. Because I cannot make you think
Yeah.
that I'm going to always be. And that's why I don't get I'm not knocking nobody to beat their face for their shows. I'm not knocking nobody to get dressed up and put on all of their stuff. I just don't do it. Because how can I speak transparency through truth if I'm coming on here with you in a facade? Because I don't wear makeup every day.
Right.
Actually, I hate makeup because I feel like if you make me up to the point where I can't unlock my iPhone, take it off.
That's why I always say, listen, makeup should be an enhancement. It should not make you a different person.
A transformation.
Somebody needs to put that
Who
in
is my sister?
Like, who are you? I thought I knew you. I think is that your sister? That's your cousin?
Honey. I mean, I have seen people when they when they have the makeup on, and then they speak to me out in public with no makeup, and I'm like, do I know you? And you know me. I'll be like, hey, yeah, girl, hey.
That's me all day.
And I'll be like, who is that?
I know who that is.
Honey? Yes.
But you don't want to be rude. You're like, hey, it's good to see
No,
you.
you don't. But look, but you know, the old folk, like I know my mother, she'd be like, well, Lord, who was that, Lord?
Who was that, Lord? Like the Lord gonna reveal who? Lord, put it in my spirit who that was.
Listen, download it. That was virtual reality. I need reality.
Lord, exactly, Lord. I need reality, Lord.
DJ Ms Eclectic, as we wind down, give us some words of wisdom to those out there who want to stick with their spiritual foundations, but they're scared they won't be accepted.
I'll say this. I don't know. You spoke on it earlier. You only need to be accepted by one person, but I do think, or I should say, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But what I will say
Hello,
is,
somebody, the triune.
because so what I will say is this. I think you have to be deep rooted, and I think it starts with confidence in knowing who you are, and then knowing that also that your confidence comes from God. So once you know that, you're confident in who He made you to be. I'm big. One of my favorite scriptures is take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. So if the desires of your heart are concrete, and you know they're aligned with God's will, then whatever He has for you, you'll be okay to go against the grain. And if you know who you are in Christ, you know who you are, you're confident about that thing, go where He leads you. It's not going to be easy. Like you said, you're not going to have the 100,000 followers maybe to start off with, like somebody who maybe have an OnlyFans page. But God is going to lead you. And let me tell you, one thing I've learned about God is His timing is impeccable. I mean, His timing is perfect. His timing is not our timing, but it is perfect. So if you just stay that course that God has given you to go against the grain. And another thing, people need to see you. Like if you are going against the grain and God has called you to be something different, there are young ladies, young men who need to see that. If all they turn on the TV and they see the one thing that motive that people are pushing, or agenda that people are pushing, or you jump on social media, be the person that they look up to, like, oh man, there is somebody like that. Like for me, it's not a lot of female DJs, especially in the gospel and Christian industry. So sometimes I get discouraged just like everybody else, but I know what God has called me to be, something in this music industry, whether it be behind the microphone, behind two decks, He's called me and I have to be confident in that. So I just think it's communication with God, knowing what He's called you to do and go forward. And just knowing that it's not going to be easy. Don't think that it's an easy route. That's all I got.
You know, I love when my week aligns with the word that I just got yesterday. Yesterday, the pastor said, do your assignment and leave everybody else's alone. Do your assignment.
Walk in your lane.
And when you do your assignment and you faithful over your assignment, baby, If y'all don't know the rest,
Hmm.
y'all might need to go back
Come on.
because we gonna walk the walk that we're supposed to walk. You walk the walk that you walk, but at the end of the day, no, we are all on the same journey to
That's
make it
true.
in. And
That's
whatever
true.
and wherever your end is, you only know that. But I think for DJ Ms Eclectic and I, we want to hear him say, "Well
Well
done,"
done.
and that's
Yes,
all
ma'am.
I have to say about that. DJ Ms Eclectic, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have warmed my heart. You have filled my cup. It runneth all the way over.
Amen, amen. I appreciate you. I watched some of your lives before. I was telling Cece, I said, "Oh, I can't wait for this interview." I appreciate you so much for having me. We gotta stay connected. We gotta do that
Oh, we
panel because we
will.
on
Look,
the
she
same
already
wavelength
know.
here.
She know. She knew. I think she knew too. She knew. Yeah, she know me very well.
Okay,
So
so
she
she
know
already
who gonna
knew.
work. She know who gonna work, and she know who not gonna work. Girl, peace and love.
Peace and
I'm gonna
blessings to
make
you too.
sure
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so
tell
much.
my family to tap in because they're in San Antonio and they've been out there. My cousin got out of the military about 10 years ago. They moved back to South Carolina and now she's living back in San Antonio now. So I'm gonna make sure I have them tap in. But we are locked in. I'll tell CC, we'll definitely connect, completely connect. And we're gonna do some things. And I'm so
Yes.
grateful for you, grateful to have met you, and grateful to have hosted you on It's Consulting Time, where we're always here to bring you joy, jewels, and justice. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.